Song of Songs 5:13. לחייו כערוגת הבושם, מגדלות מרקחים, שפתותיו שושנים, נוטפות מור עובר. Now we get to his cheeks, so we moved from the head to the eyes to the cheeks. Here's the third masculine singular suffix here again on cheek, lechi. You see a little bit of a morphological change there from the hirik yod to the commits. That's fine. Lechayav, his cheeks are, another verbless clause, like, there's that kaf preposition, like planting beds of, or a planting bed. We've got a feminine singular construct here. A planting bed of balsam tree or balsam oil, depending on what you're thinking about. Are we thinking about the planting bed of the trees themselves or the planting bed of the fragrance of the oil? Either way, this concept of a planting bed would kind of imply this terraced idea. And so cheeks of terraced planting beds would be a way, I think, of saying his cheeks were chiseled, we might say. And then you get the sweet fragrance of the balsam oil with that as well. Next we get towers of, now we have the feminine plural construct, so towers of herbal spices, merkachim here, herbal spices. So you get oily spices and herbal spices, those sweet fragrances. Again, you hear this lush language, this joyful language related to his attributes here. Next, we look at his lips. Again, third masculine singular pronominal suffix there. And then notice when we take the feminine word for lips, we get the plural ot before we add the suffix. So we get siftotav. His lips are lilies. Here's the word for lilies, shoshanim. His lips are lilies. And now we get a participle dripping, feminine plural here, because again, I think we're referring back to his lips. Dripping, verbal root here is nun tet pei, and this is a participle, feminine plural absolute. Dripping, myrrh of over, myrrh of the passing through. So this is the verbal root ayin beit resh. It's a call participle masculine singular, but in this construct package, it is giving an attribute to this myrrh, namely the myrrh that passes through. We saw this previously in relation to the fingers, and so oftentimes this gets understood as liquid myrrh that if held in the hand would just drip between the fingers.